mother and her 4 children. The Israeli military says it's targeting Hezbollah facilities and fighters. With me is Mohamed Taha from BBC Arabic. So lots to talk about there, Mohamed. Let's start off with the situation in Jordan. Tell us a bit about that incident.
Indeed, the Jordanian security managed to kill that attacker, or the man who exchanged fire with the security forces in Jordan near the Israeli embassy. Now, this area is a scene of demonstrations from around a year when this war started, because people wanted the end of this war and the situation in Gaza. Once the war started, the Jordanian authority announced all the Israeli diplomats in Jordan as persona non grata, so the embassy practically is empty. But the incident that a man fired rounds on the Jordanian security and they managed to kill him, it is reflecting the anger in the Jordanian street from the continuation of the war in Gaza.
And as you mentioned, the war in Gaza continuing, and the latest on this Israeli hostage that Hamas has spoken about. Tell us about that. How significant it is that they're actually mentioning it.
It is very significant that this hostage was killed, as Hamas saying, in the northern of Gaza. We saw that Israel intensified the war in Gaza, in northern Gaza and in Jabalia in particular in the last weeks. There are many people who were killed. There is that injury of the manager of Kamal Udwan Hospital last night, and there is that massive siege around Jabalia and the camp of Jabalia to try and reach a breakthrough there. Now Hamas saying that, you know, all of these Israeli efforts managed to kill one of their hostages, and also the statements, this came along with the statements of the Israeli president, who said that he spoke with the American president-elect Donald Trump, and he told him that they understand that half of the hostages are still alive. This is an alarming statement, because what we understood before, that Hamas is only holding between 40 and 50 hostages alive. Now, with the Israeli president's statements, now we understand this number could be up to 100. Apparently there is a weight that the Israeli president put behind this, and apparently we might see a breakthrough in the hostage exchanging deal and the ceasefire in the coming weeks.
And on talking of potential deals, Lebanon, there was some talk of a negotiated ceasefire there, and that's gone a bit quiet in the last couple of days, and there's been what seems like an intensification with that big attack on Beirut yesterday.
Indeed, there are EU officials at the moment trying to negotiate, continue negotiations in that side. The Israelis are not happy with the EU and France involved in these negotiations. They want this to happen through the Americans. Also, we might not see any breakthrough in that front unless until the American president get in office in January. The main point in the negotiation at the moment that Israel want to have a continuous access in southern Lebanon. The Lebanese authorities and Hezbollah also are refusing of having this. They are a little bit flexible on the point that they might disarm this area and put the Hezbollah fighters in the northern river of Litani, but they do not want to have Israeli forces in this area. They are open to have international forces, but there are negotiations. What are the nationalities of these forces could be, and the negotiations really continue. But all the indications is telling that in the coming weeks we might see a ceasefire on both fronts, on Gaza and in Lebanon.
Well, let's hope that's right. Thank you very much indeed, Mohamed Taha. Thank you.